The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Set up, 10 logo. Hey, team up, let's get in there, let's get in there.
Throwing again. Cummins. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Ready? Watch what you say now. If you don't get this one, you think you're going to get this?
On 1st and 10, Cummins looking long for... He's got a man, complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Cummins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Thomas, the intended target. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the Saints' 30-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Cummins. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Rip right. Hey, high 7.
To throw on second down, Cummins. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go. 50.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Cummins. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cummins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Okay, ready? 50 seconds, come on. Good track. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cummins. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Darnold on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch one. You get blocked, me.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Cummins. And he's got his man Hilton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 31, check 31.
From the 38, Darnold. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Darnold now to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Gold is able to put it through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to our team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Gold is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. There's Bell. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Bell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
47.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Hey, lady.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
47. Hey, wahoo. Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
it's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Here I come. Here I come. Ready? Mike's 47. Mike's
Darnold from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Don't need it all back at once. You figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Cummins. Looking deep for Hilton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
We play to win. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run it with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
He's coming, double up.
Operating from the gun, Cummins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there. A big one.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And finally marked down at the 23. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Jets will extend their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Cummins. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Cummins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
With the score, Jets 16, Saints 3.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Here goes Hunt. Watching you find. He don't know no better.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Oh, wait, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check. Man, Eddie.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummins. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Cummins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Cummins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. It's a big run that time by Bell. 83 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Here's Darnold. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now it's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take him? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check. Alert 3. Smooth.
Looking to throw. Cummins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he doesn't have a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Bravo. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch twist.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.